students, this is Lake Winnipesaukee behind me, and this is where I'm going to do my water quality testing using the same kit that you have received. My daughter's going to help me by video recording the part that I'm going to do here in the field. So I have my glasses and my gloves on, and I'm going to go down these steps to get closer to the water. The water's really low right now because we've been having a drought for a long time. Typically there is not any beach right here, and so the water's a little bit more accessible. I might have to get my feet wet. You could use the bucket with the handle that you have in your kit, and you could tie a rope to it and throw it out into the water if the water wasn't that accessible where you were. So I went ahead of time and put the materials I'm going to need here at the water in this Ziploc bag because I'm going to use the container as my collection device. I'm going to rinse the container. And then I want to submerge the container so that it's completely under the water to collect the water. And I want to try not to shake it too much once I bring it up, because if you shake it, it will add oxygen from the atmosphere to the water that I'm trying to test here. The first two tests that I'm going to do are the dissolved oxygen and the biological oxygen demand tests, since those should be done right away. My gloves off to get the materials out. I also had to bring with me a piece of foil. This is for the biological oxygen demand test. And then in this small bag that had the small glass bottles, I repackaged it with the dissolved oxygen tablets. I'm going to use this lid as a tray. So I have two small bottles, the covers, and the dissolved oxygen tablets. I also want to take the temperature right away because it could be changing. So I put those thermometers that were in the kit right inside here, and I can see that this water's about 18 degrees Celsius. So I need to record. I could take a picture of that if I wasn't already using my phone to make a video. So I'm gonna put my gloves back on. And just like I tried to completely submerge the container, I want to completely submerge these tubes so that they're filled to the tippity top with water from my container. So I'm going to dunk them under the water and lift. And I'm going to use this one for my biological oxygen demand. When I put this black cap on, some water should leak over the side. And that's what I want to happen because that means that it was full to the tippity top. And then this one gets wrapped in foil. And any organisms that are using oxygen in the water are going to continue to use that oxygen while it's wrapped in this foil container for the next 5 days. So I'm going to put that back in here. And then my other dissolved oxygen test I'm going to do right away. So I'm going to dip this one in the water. Make sure that it's full to the top. Okay. And then I'm going to add 2 tablets. I'm not sure if I can get the tablets out with these thick gloves on, but I'm going to try. And as I add the tablets, the water should, oh yeah, that's no problem. The water should overflow a little bit more because, again, we don't want any air trapped in the tube when I'm testing. Pop out my 2 test tabs. And then I'm going to cover it. A little more water should leak out the side. And then I need to shake this one until the tablets completely dissolve. A good test, when I flip it, I shouldn't see any bubbles in the water. That means I've done a good job. No bubbles are, large bubbles are traveling from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to shake that as I walk back to my house. So you can stop the video, Lily.